everybody, Jamie with Bring Home Denver, your local real estate experts. I'm here with my friend Hunter Roach with State Farm, and we're going to have another continuing episode of our experts interviews today. So Hunter, we want to talk about insurance, and a couple of questions for you. How often should folks be reviewing their insurance policies with their agent?
I recommend reviewing your insurance policies with your agent at least once a year, or if life changes, marriage, babies, difference in volumes of income, different jobs, job changes, if you move, really any life events, I would recommend doing a full policy review with your agent.
Okay, that's a really good explanation on when to look. Why would people want to review their insurance policies? What kind of changes can happen over the course of year, 2, 3 in the insurance world?
Yeah, like I said, life happens, right? You have babies, you switch jobs. That's the biggest one. Usually with switching jobs, switching careers can really make a difference in your income. Having a difference in income makes a difference in how much you need to insure, right? Same thing with your house. Your house grows in market value every single year, also grows on how much it costs to rebuild your home every single year. Those are things you need to review with your insurance agent or your agency to make sure you know your house is up to date on how much they have it insured for. There's no gaps. And really you're just educated on what you have insured and what you don't.
I think we've seen a lot of issues in the news, especially over the last couple of years with the fires and such up north. There were quite a few people that were underinsured. What kind of problems do those people run into when you don't have enough insurance?
You don't have enough insurance. Unfortunately, what happens is your insurance company stops at their limit. If that's only your studs, that's only your studs, right? So that's why it's really important to make sure you visit what you have insured. Ask your agent, if my house burns down, how much insurance do I have to completely rebuild it? Keep in mind if you do any kitchen updates, any bathroom updates, any additions to your home, those things make a difference on how much you need to insure your home for.
That's really good point there. So a couple of more questions for you. Are all policies the same with insurance? Can we go from insurance company to insurance company, or homeowners policy to homeowners policy? What are the differences?
With homeowners policies, you have your single family dwelling. You also have your condo unit owners policies. Two major differences in both of those. Usually your condo unit owners policies, we're insuring the walls in. On your single family homes, we're insuring the full dwelling. So there's difference that goes into how much we come up with your dwelling limit. If you do have a condo or you live in a condo unit association, I definitely recommend reaching out to your HOA, figuring out what kind of insurance they have. A big one, what is their policy deductible? With that, you can kind of look at how much a loss assessment you need on your condo unit owner's policy.
Okay. What are some of the problems that people run into if their homeowners insurance, their HOA is not insured for enough?
If their HOA does not have enough insurance, unfortunately, that's going to fall upon the unit owners. They would usually, assess your unit owners. That basically means the money that they need to pay for repairs, or they need to pay for a full building replacement minus the insurance, and what they have in reserves is just not the same. So they have to come after the unit owners. That's what's called loss assessment. Typically at my office, I recommend having at least, between 10 to 15,000 on the low end on loss assessment. High end, maybe 25, 30,000, depending on your HOA master policy, how big their deductible is. You can review that with your insurance agent, and they would make recommendations on how much you need.
Gotcha. And lastly, what are some other different types of insurance that homeowners or people that own property should be considering, just to make sure that they're protected?
Yeah, so with your homeowners and your condo unit owners policies, I typically recommend if you have any high value items such as collectibles, artwork, jewelry is a big one, maybe over $1,000. You look into getting some kind of either floater or standalone policy. Here at State Farm, we call those a personal articles policy. The scheduled line items, so that way your valuables are easily protected. On top of that is going to be your liability. here in Colorado, at minimum, I recommend all my policy holders to have at least $1 million in personal liability umbrella. That goes over your homeowners, condo unit policy, and your auto insurance.
Gotcha. And that realistically protects the person if someone were to sue them or
Yep.
they were to have some kind of an issue.
Oh, it'll have your underlying limits on your auto insurance or your underlying limits on your homeowners, condo unit owners policy, plus $1 million for that lawsuit protection. Some things that people don't know is your homeowner's liability actually covers if you were to injure someone outside your home. Here in Colorado, skiing. Everyone skis, right? If you bump into someone and you injure them skiing, that lawsuit falls under your homeowner's liability.
That's a really good point to know. Did not know that. Well, again, thank you for joining us today, Hunter. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to have a discussion with Hunter about your insurance, different policies that you may have, or even some extra policies that you may want, feel free to give him a call or feel free to email him. We're going to have all of his contact info below. And again, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.